that. We'll see if anybody's on. We'll do a short live here. Short live. What's going on, everyone? Show my hair. My hair's kind of messy, huh? It's okay. Hair's a little bit messy. Don't worry about me. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Da Nang, Vietnam. Been eating some mangosteen fruits lately. They're pretty damn yummy. I'm getting addicted to mangosteen. Yeah. See if anybody stops by. Where's everybody? Well, while we're waiting for everybody, we're going to scroll around on the laptop while I'm on live on my phone. We will see. Skinner shutout. Skinner had a shutout against the Rangers. There's another one talking about that retirement trap. Why so many retirees in the Philippines? Oh, that Captain Trucker. Just one of his videos, it was okay. It's okay. Best way to buy Bitcoin in Canada. Well, there's many ways to buy Bitcoin in Canada. There's not really a best way, but this guy thinks there's a best way, but you can buy on ShakePay, you can buy it on Newton, Index, even Wealthsimple if you have Crypto.com. You can buy even on MoonPay if you have a Phantom wallet. I just want a bear market so I can start stacking Bitcoin more as it goes down. I don't want to buy at 120K, 115K. What if it doesn't really? It will. There will be like a bear market, but just when. Hello, buddy. How you doing? Good morning from Vietnam. Oh, actually, it's night in Vietnam. It's like 9 p.m. in Vietnam. Oh, thank you for the sub, buddy. How you doing? Hope you're having an awesome morning or an awesome night. I haven't done a live for a couple of days, so I just thought I'd do one before I go to bed. Same time, I'm just scrolling on my laptop, see what's going on YouTube, which is not a hell of a lot right now. Where are you from? What country are you from, my friend? Are you from Canada or United States? Most of my watchers are from Canada. Probably because I'm from Canada. I'm originally from Alberta, but I've been staying in Asia for a while. Originally from Edmonton, Alberta. My stomping grounds. Hey, Ken. Okay, how you doing? You're doing very well. What's new in Canada? I'm going to America to see my aunt. What part of America are you going? I got a lot of American friends. Most of my American friends are from California. I met a lot of American friends here in Vietnam. I mean, some from Colorado, California. A lot of Canadians here too, actually. 'Cause we watch the NFL football every Sunday, actually Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. We watch the late game because we gotta watch it in the morning here, while you guys get the evenings. So you meet a lot of Americans here. Made some good American friends here, actually. I'm not one of those Canadians who are, I'm not buying American stuff. Well, they're on Facebook on a American platform. I kind of laugh about that. Canadians sometimes, I don't know about them. Hate to say about my fellow countrymen. They don't think before they talk. They don't want to buy American products, but they'll go buy some other stupid project. They'll buy stuff from other countries. And give it about a year or two. When Trump's not there anymore, they'll be back buying American goods. Make claim 2234. So, what part of the United States are you going to? Oh, you have a good day, or a good morning, I guess. It would be actually day. What else is going on? I want to watch I gotta watch the highlights of Canada soccer or football, I guess. They tied Colombia 0-0. I didn't get to watch the game, but I'm gonna watch the highlights. So I will figure that out. We still got 3 people on. We have 2 likes. Not bad for a short stream. So what's going on in Canada, all my Canadian friends? How's the employment in Canada? We're down to 2 people. Well, we'll stick around for a couple more minutes, I guess. So, hello. How you doing? How's everybody? Oh, we got 11 people on here. Oh, really quickly. Well, we're just chilling before we go to bed here. I'm live streaming from Da Nang, Vietnam. I'm a Canadian living in Asia. Was kind of nuts. People say, "Why are you living in Asia?" Because I can't afford to live in Canada. Canada got too expensive for me. Well, I could still live in Canada, but I was just working way too much. I didn't need work 60, 70 hours a week. I live right now in Da Nang City in Vietnam, but I'm originally from Canada. If that makes sense. It just got too expensive for me to live in Canada, so I moved to Asia. I still can afford to live. I'd be just living, huh? But I don't want to work 60, 70 hours a week. That's just crazy work. You're just being a slave. Yeah, Ontario. I got a lot of friends in Ontario. I worked with a lot of people in the oil field from Ontario. Yeah, and you're right. You're just working way too much for nothing. Hello, buddy. How you doing? My mom and them had their French, but it wasn't passed on to me. I do got a French last name. I'm in Da Nang, Vietnam. Yeah, I was out west. I'm originally from Alberta. Hey Tyler, how you doing? I was from the province where you just work, work, work. No fun. Are you American? No, I'm Canadian. Oh, you're from Alberta. What part of Alberta? I'm originally from Lac-La-Biche, but I lived all my life in between Edmonton and Fort McMurray. I've been gone for a bit now. Not really a long time, about a year now. But I've been coming to Asia off and on. I would work 6 months, 6 months in Asia. I don't like cold. Oh, Edmonton. Edmonton is my stomping grounds too. Between Edmonton and Fort McMurray, where I spend all my time. Are you European American? No, I'm Canadian, my friend. You know the difference between Canadian and American? There's a big difference. Yeah, I've been here full time a year, but I've been coming to Asia since 2014, huh? And I just find that I'm making the move. He's obviously Australian. I'm not Australian. I'm Canadian. What can't you guys hear? Canada. Oh my God. Some people need to clean their ears. I'm not American. I'm not a European. I'm from Canada. Okay. I have no clue what you're saying. Where's all the Canadians in here? Oh. If I told you I'm more native Canadian than actually a white person. Looks are just a cover of a book, my friend. You don't judge a book by the cover. And you probably don't understand that part. It's just like saying, "Oh, you have a Ahmed Alfred." Just like saying you're from Africa, but I don't judge a book by the cover. What else is going on? I want to find some. See if Canada and Colombia football game. No, I don't want really own anything outside of Canada. No, there. I'd say it costs it's probably a lot cheaper, but it's still pretty expensive to get a house in Vietnam. Like compared to the Philippines, it's probably more expensive. Real estate is expensive in Vietnam. I don't know why, but cost of living is not expensive, but real estate is. Well, man, I had enough with you. I'm going to time you out. Actually, it's only like probably like less than a couple hours flight, maybe hour and a half by plane, maybe 2 hours the most. I lived actually in the Philippines from not. I lived there in 2020. I lived there for 9 months. 2018, I was there. 17, 16, 15. It's pretty close. You're close to a lot of countries here. Like I can go to like Laos, Cambodia, just next door here. I can go to Laos and be back in back in Da Nang, Vietnam within 5, 7 hours. That's by bus. But if you live in northern Vietnam, you can go right to China, Thailand. Oh yeah, they're very cheap to travel here. Once you pick a main country where you want to stay in, then you can just travel everywhere else. I remember when I first started going to the Philippines in 2014. I used to be able to fly around for like $50. I'd be able to go to one city to another city for $50. That was like insane back then. Yeah. You can actually, right now, probably from Da Nang to Saigon, maybe $100. Same thing from Da Nang to Hanoi. You can go to Bangkok to Da Nang, maybe 150. The internet's pretty good here actually, but in the Philippines, it wasn't very good. The Wi-Fi here is probably better than Canada. Because Canada, the upload is actually slow. There's some things I like here better in Canada, and some things I like in Canada better. There's pros and cons of every country. Yeah, okay, yeah. You got a business plan? Awesome. Everybody should have a business. Gavin. What's new, Gavin? Actually, it's almost bedtime here in Vietnam. Where are you from, Gavin? I'm just having a sparkling water before I go to bed. I'm not doing too much right now. It was a nice hot day today. I was going to go to the beach today, but I didn't have the time to do that. Ended up cheaper to swap. Oh, okay. What country are you planning to have your business? Or are you gonna? I didn't even ask you what country you're from actually. If you're from Canada, that is still good to have a business, but a lot of red tape, huh? If you want to start a business in Asia, it's a lot easier to start up. Ontario, okay. Like starting a business in Canada, you need a lot of money, unless you're doing it online. But here in Asia, it's actually easy to start a business in Vietnam. You can start a half decent business for less than 50K. In Canada, I don't think 50K would get you anywhere. Oh, just online, okay. Mm, yeah, probably good to keep it in Canada if it's just online business. But the taxes will probably kill you in Canada, huh? That's the thing. You're gonna pay more taxes. You're better off just take your business somewhere else. Move to a cheaper country, and especially if your business is going well. Oh, okay. Once you get it off the ground, it won't be. If you start making money and doing maybe good for a year or two, you also have an option to live in a cheaper country, huh? Where you're not spending as much money, but you're still making dollars. That's the thing. That's the thing a lot of people don't understand, huh? You want to make dollars, but you want to live in a cheaper country. You don't want to live like in like a really bad country, but somewhere safe and has everything. Oh, you work in a cereal factory. You ever hear of Wheat Bix? No, I never heard of them. I know there's more factories in Ontario. In Alberta, it's mostly oil field work. I worked in the oil field for over 20 years. And to catch your lives for a week. Oh, I haven't been on online for a while. 2-3 days now. Last time I was online doing a live, I think it was like 3 days ago. Some days I get too busy enjoying life, so I don't even blog as much. I don't even do lives as much now. We're owned by post-consumer brands. Okay. Does it pay decent money to work in a factory there? I'm not even sure what wages are in Canada anymore. Frosted Flakes. I love Frosted Flakes. One of my favorite brands for cereal. Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes, remember Corn Flakes. That's not bad, actually. $31 per hour, better than most places. Especially as a steady job. Full-time job, $31 an hour is not too bad, but it's not great. It's not bad. Better than most people make. I make killer money in the oil field. Oh yeah, it's not bad. Especially under 30 years old. This year, when I was in Canada I worked there for about last job in Canada. I only worked for 4 months. I make 60K in 4 months. You probably would be good to get into trades. Make sure you get your journeyman ticket. It'll be a backup, but once you have a journeyman ticket, you make killer money. But the electricians, it's too many people in that trade. You want to get in a trade where not so many people. That's the thing. There's so many electricians fighting for the same jobs, especially when it slows down. Because I'm an insulator sheet metal guy by trade. I was making $52 an hour. I'm already semi-retired. I took my union pension early at 50, even though right now I'm 52. Well, I think even where I was working in, like in Fort McMurray, we had a hard time getting like insulators and sheet metal people. We had like calls all year long, and nobody would even want to come work. It was good hours. We were working 6 days a week. Yeah, that's thing to it's not extreme hard work. Back breaking, like what people think with trades, where you just kill yourself. You work, go all day long. You don't do it. It's not like that. There's times you work hard. There's times you kind of slack off. It's not like you're breaking your back, but you do work hard at times, and there's times you just steady. A lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I work hard," when they don't want to tell the truth. Oh yeah, Canada, people in Canada are very blessed, but you still get people complaining and whining, huh? That's the thing, because they take Canada for granted. They've never been outside of Canada to realize you can be making $5 a day. And a lot of them are not grateful for what they have, huh? The thing is, they worry about too much about what other people are doing in Canada besides their own self. Yeah, it does. It is like that. Oh, Canadians is crying. People are taking my jobs, but you got the opportunity to always get good jobs in Canada. People that come from other countries, they do the bottom jobs that no Canadian would want to do, huh? Or wouldn't last. Then you get Canadians crying about that. But Canadians themselves wouldn't do those jobs. Not long term anyway. How many guys would actually work at Tim Hortons and McDonald's for years? None of them. That's why I say people in Canada are very spoiled. Yeah, it's true. You're right there. They didn't imply they have no intention to work in those jobs. They just want to hear themselves talk. And people that come here from other countries, they don't take this for granted. They come here, they work hard, they bust their asses. Doesn't matter if it's a low paying job. And they build their wealth slowly. But if you're spending all your money on drinking, casinos, gambling, women, you're not gonna have no money. does go both ways, actually. Yeah, you're not willing to work, don't complain. When I say that on Facebook, oh shit, I just get eaten alive by the people. Canadians don't like you saying the truth. When you say the truth, they just get mad at you. There's so many opportunities in Canada. You just gotta be willing to work hard. Some places like the Philippines, jobs come. It's not easy to get a job there. Like if you're people under 30, only ones can 18 to 30 can work in the malls. If you're over 30, you're not getting a job. Well, you have a good one, buddy. I'm going to be signing off here pretty quickly. I do streams maybe once or twice a day, but I haven't been doing them lately, huh? Maybe I'll do another stream tomorrow. But anyway, thanks for the chat, and I'll see you next time. Well, go now, everyone. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the likes, and I'll see you next time.